being a
I don't want to cut this short, but we need to mark this moment in history. Did you guys know that in May 7th, 2018, the world was going to change forever? And that happened with the premiere of Red Table Talk, which which is a talk show that's presented by Jada Pinkett Smith and Willow Smith. Anyway, it was canceled last week by Facebook, I guess, which does that now. Cancels
things. Miss out, man.
Wow, yeah. How could Facebook cancel? I guess they were paying them.
It's on. Yeah, it's on Facebook Watch. That's the network. It's a Facebook Live network or Facebook streaming network.
Did they do any press run on why they canceled it?
I'm sure it's out there somewhere. My guess, I'm not an insider. My guess would be because it's horrible and toxic.
Wait, really? You're not an insider?
No, that's what I glean from it. That's what I glean is, it basically it helped keep this person in the public eye, who went on to destroy, obviously, in a lot of ways, Will Smith's career by allegedly making him go up and slap Chris Rock in the face.
She didn't make him, but,
And anyway, and it was the site of the entanglement episode, which I think will probably live on as the most infamous part of this series ever. Which was
entanglement, that's a cultural phenomenon. The whole entanglement, that's actually a word now.
That got its traction on Red Table Talk when Jada Pinkett Smith. It's the meme with Will Smith crying. It makes me so sad. I'm so sad to see what's happened to Will Smith these last few years. It just makes me bummed out because, I used to watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is actually a great show, and I suggest you go back and watch it right now. I don't care what you think about Will Smith. He always struck me as just this really happy dude, right? In the last few years, man, he's had the weight of the world on his shoulders.
All right, Fred, so I'm going to read the Urban Dictionary for entanglement.
Oh, my God.
All right, y'all ready for this?
Will Smith. If Will Smith's name is in this, I think we need to blank it out. It's only fair to him.
Hey, shout out to Will Smith, who I actually think is a damn talented actor and
amazing
musician.
Actor. Yeah.
All right. But if I needed one hit, he could be on that list because he can make a hit. All right.
That's true.
Entanglement, Urban Dictionary. A romantic or sexual relationship between two people, especially one that is outside marriage, quote, affair. Jada had, this is the definition already.
Yes.
Jada had an entanglement with August. That's not the month. That is definitely Jada Smith.
Wow.
Jada had an entanglement with August. Hey, Jada had an entanglement with July.
I just want you to know that if you type in Google the words Jada Pinkett Smith and entanglement just straight in a row, the first response that comes up under people also ask, who is entanglement with Jada Pinkett Smith? And then August Alsina's name is directly underneath that. It's just a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, man. Anyway, this show's gone, man. So I don't know if we need to mark that with some sort of cultural moment,
sad, man.
or if we should just pretend like it never happened at all. And by that,
I'm crying on the inside. I'm crying on the inside.
All right.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's done.
So I typed in Jada Pinkett Smith, and it shows these are the questions that people ask.
Oh my God.
So in the Google search bar. So this isn't like the first. So first thing comes up is pictures and images. Second thing is her Wikipedia, right? And then the third is people who ask, right? Are Will and Jada still married? Number one. Number two, who is Jada Pinkett Smith in love with?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Then there's no Red Table Talk around anymore to let us know.
And who was Jada Pinkett to Tupac? I know they say Jada Pinkett Smith. It says, who was Jada Pinkett to Tupac?
So here's the thing, and I don't know if this is true. Maybe we need to cut this out, or maybe we don't. There's this rumor that I've heard floating around. I don't know if this is a rumor or fact. I'm not that plugged into Jada Pinkett Smith in her life, but that maybe at some point she's made an admission that was supposed to be the man that she was going to marry. And I don't know if this is one of those pile on the will after the whole Oscar slap when he became the bad guy, which I don't really believe. I mean, you shouldn't have smacked that guy, but still, I don't think he's a bad guy. But yeah, there's been this rumor that like Tupac was the love of her life, and so that makes sort of Will Smith the de facto Mr. Jada Pinkett. So I don't know, man. I don't know. All
right, so let me answer this because I have an actual answer to this question.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear it.
Wow.
So this is wild, right? This is wild. This is And I do want your thoughts on this because I want to know how would you feel because both you guys are husbands, you're dads, right? So you're Will Smith.
My wife never dated Tupac. I just want to be
not that you're aware of. Your wife and Tupac were your wife's kind of young, ain't she?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
they were alive at the same time, but or at least
yeah, no, they weren't. No, she's not that young. She was alive when Tupac was alive.
How young is she?
Relax, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Go
Tasha's
on with
age.
the story because I need to hear it. I want to hear whatever.
All right, no, this is real. I actually have an answer. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. So Willow Smith had a letter that went viral. Willow Smith is the daughter of Will Smith,
former Red Table Talk co-host before it got canceled last week.
Yes. Yeah. And her mother is Jada Pinkett. Yep. She wrote a poem that went viral in April of 2022. And the letter was titled Will Smith's Letter to Tupac, asking him to make Jada happy. That is and she wasn't even alive when Tupac was alive. So let me read this poem. I'm going to read this poem.
Hold on. Wait. Who wrote this? Allegedly?
Willow Smith. No, this is Willow Smith handwriting. This is actual real.
So Willow Smith is the one writing this to ask Tupac, who passed away very many years ago, unless he survived and is hiding in Cuba.
Unless he survived and hiding in Cuba.
Many years. Okay, now I get it. Sorry, go ahead.
But other than that, this is the actual Willow Smith who was never born when Tupac was alive. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? Mommy and me. I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow.
Wait a second.
Now, if you saw this,
where's your source of this information?
My source is Newsweek, and this is the actual, they have a picture of the actual letter. She wrote this when she was like 8 or something. Let me see.
So I just want to say, this is the saddest thing.
She was 11 years old when she wrote this.
This is 11. Makes me sad. I don't like it. And
so wait, before you go into this, I want you to, as a father, put your role in the Will Smith.
I can't. I would be.
And you
a deep dark depression. I would slap Chris Rock in his other cheek.
No. This is way before that because Willow's 22, so this was 11 years ago.
Yeah, he's been sitting on that obviously for some years. That's all I'm saying. He's had a rage brewing up inside of him.
But listen, this is 11 years ago that your daughter wrote this to a man who has been dead at that time for over a decade.
Way more than what are you talking? Many decades.
Well, I mean, yeah, like what, 20 years?
Man, he's been been dead for 30 years. And
no, it wasn't 30. It had to be 20.
For 30 years in a few years. So right around then, it was 2 decades.
It was about 20. All right. So are you ready to answer the question? You are Will Smith, or you're Fred, and your alleged child wrote a letter today to somebody your dad dated. I mean, your mom. I got caught with too many words.
Yeah, you did.
Way too many words.
Yeah. Somebody, your wife.
Your wife dated 10 years ago. Okay? Go. What is your response to this?
I think I would pack up some things in a backpack, wait till everybody went to sleep, and run away from home in the middle of the night.
Fair. I think that's a fair response.
That's a great response.
I can't knock that response.
The way I look at it, because I'm a giver, and the way I look at it is, my very presence in this house is bothering everyone so much.
Might as well leave.
I'm just going to leave and see if the ghost of Tupac comes walking back for you.
Hey.
Oh man,
it's the saddest letter I've ever heard. I hope that's not true. I really hope that there's some.
No, it's a real life letter. I'm literally looking at the letter. It's real.
That's a real bummer, man.
This is from Newsweek. This isn't like
it should not happen, and I'm going to blame everyone. Everyone, both parents in this. Really, something's wrong. Something's wrong there. If that is real, I'm sorry, Will Smith. You're still a great actor, but you're apparently not. As
all right, Roscoe.
Father as Tupac. I don't know. I don't know.
Your child comes up to you and reads this letter to you.
Look, before you even finish this whole statement, first off, I believe in violence. And
but you can't even violence Tupac. That's the thing.
It's not Tupac to be violent. That's what. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
If my daughter wrote a letter to my wife's dead ex-boyfriend,
I don't even think they dated for that long. So I just want to
exactly.
I don't even know if they actually dated.
Only filmed Poetic Justice together.
This is what I would do.
Poetic Justice?
No, that's Janet Jackson.
What were they in?
They were in
were they in the movie?
Lyric.
No,
that's right.
Okay, and they were in what you call it? They were on the movie set.
They wasn't in the movie together.
Yeah, they were on the movie set, the TV show, A Different World. They were on that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But they knew each other from Baltimore.
So you're telling me they met at Hillman College?
Okay. No, they knew each other from Baltimore, but they re-linked up at Hillman College.
Here's what I would do.
Because Tupac gets around.
He does.
Go ahead, Roscoe. I got one of this.
Okay, all right. This is what I would do. I would let my daughter finish her poem, and that's so nice. Let's get in the car, everybody. Let's get in the car.
Oh, I can't hear it.
No.
This is an Eminem lyric that you're.
No. It's not. I'm not gonna go there.
Okay, all right.
It's gonna be able to be
around as long as it's family friendly.
Yeah, it's sort of. I'm gonna get in the car. Everybody get in the car. Everybody get in the car. Everybody get in the car. I'm going to drive to the nearest cemetery with some shovels and say, "Start digging."
What are we digging for, Dad?
We're digging to find this ex-boyfriend that you clearly are infatuated with, and when you find them, you can join them.
Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dad. I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to dig these holes in this cemetery, Dad.
If you are so infatuated with it that much that you got to write a whole letter to share with me, go be with them.
Right, but Dad, what I'm asking you is, can you just take us home? Because I don't want to be here in this cemetery, and your mood is really unsettling.
Start digging.
I just got to say at that time, first of all, I don't know if you're allowed to call me Dad anymore at that point. I think
you can call me Roscoe, young lady.
Your dad really just have been revoked.
Before you start digging, let me swap that mouth. We got to get a DNA test.
Yeah. All right. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. You're only going to get angry here, brother. You're only going to get angry.
You're out of hand.
You're out of hand. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Well, R.I.P. to Tupac and Red Table Talk. Sorry that had to come up in the same conversation. It was really disrespectful to Tupac.
No, 100%. No, I think it just speaks to, for me, it just really speaks to the type of woman he married and chose, and also speaks to him and the fact that he stayed with her. So it came like his kind of career or perception of him and who he was kind of came tumbling down that night. He thought he was doing one thing, but he was actually demonstrating all that build up from all this nonsense.
It all really makes me sad, man. It all really makes me sad because I do feel like that these are you know how it is, man. We live in a celebrity culture nowadays, right? We all want to know what's going on in celebrities' lives. We act like they're normal or good or some sort of.
We didn't want to know this. We didn't want to know this. Nobody wanted to know this.
No. Exactly, and that's kind of what I'm saying is that here you got this guy who is a talented actor, great rapper, whatever, a real talented person. Seems like a decent person. Him and this woman, and I'm not really saying anything bad about Jada personally. Him and this woman get together. Their relationship clearly has a lot of potential issues there, what seem to be issues. And we only know that because, Red Table Talk put it in our face for a while. And then there was entanglements, which is in the Urban Dictionary. And then there was Will Smith slapping
Raise up 12-3 tonight.
Hey, go Rays. Anyway, I say all that just to say, this is a sad situation. I kind of hope that they just lay low for a while, and maybe one day we have fond memories of Will Smith again, the way things used to be.
Okay.